Hello folks, welcome back to Docs Entertainment. This is RevDocs here, and we are back in Lego Fortnite. We're going to be going through a second survival episode here. So, as we can see, we are currently we are up to a point where we need to start getting stuff from the cave. Before we can do that, however, looks like a Chaos has joined us. Before we can do that, however, we do need to get some stuff. Because in order to really make use of it, we need to upgrade the crafting bench. Now, as you can see, we need planks and we need shells. Now, the planks are easy enough. We already have a fair amount of wood on us, so let's get the planks we need. Which I believe was 8 planks, so we'll leave it at that for now. Yep. And we need some rolly shells. Now, we can do this a couple of different ways. Most of the people have been going through, running around this open world looking for rollies. However, if we take and we talk to, like, right in this case, let's talk to Bright Bomber here. Let's get the stuff that she had picked up so far. This is the benefit of having the villagers. But with that, I'm going to have her come explore with me. It's an extra set of hands in the caves. And now we're going to head off towards the caves. Now, the reason why I'm going into the caves right away isn't because I'm trying to get the other stuff I need from there. This is the easiest place to find rollies. So if we pop in here, pellets here, which kind of sucks, but oh well. There we go. Finally find one of them. May not have any more rods, but we do now have 2 shells. There's also a possibility we can find some shells in the chests, which is why I keep checking them.
I just found a shell.
Another one of the benefits of having multiple people playing is they can help gather resources. Now, if you seem to get lost in the cave, as we kind of are at the moment, the easiest way to work your way out of it, one, you can follow any drops that are laying around. Especially if you killed as much as we have. Because that will lead you towards maybe not the same entrance you came in, but it will lead you towards an entrance. They used to have little green sprites that would help you out, but they seem to have taken those out. Because I haven't seen any green sprites since I've been in here. Now, and if your villager that you have along with you dies, it's not that big of a deal because they will respawn pretty quickly.
I figured Tomato Head will make a good cook. Right
Yeah.
now he's helping me explore, but
Yeah.
I figure he'd make a good cook.
One of the ways you can tell what the villagers can do is when you talk to them, they have a tendency to talk about what they're good at. And Tomato Head more talks about gathering resources than he does about cooking.
Oh.
From the few times I've talked to him, but okay, you said you had a shell. Thank you. Alright, so now that we have that stuff, let's upgrade the bench. Okay, now as you see, we have a couple of different options. We can get an upgraded forest axe, which we need to get the knotwood. And then we're going to be able to get the knotwood rock, the pickaxe, the upgraded pickaxe. So first thing we need to do is we need to get some wooden rods, which we have more than enough. We can also get one knotroot rod while we're at it. Just so we can unlock those things. Let's do 10 of them, cause, well, we need more than that, because we need to do a sword for her too. Let's go back into the cave, so we can now get the knotroot rod, or knotroot. Now, as I said, this is the stuff we're looking for right here. Now, because they don't have any axes, or a upgraded axe, they can't help me gather. However, if I was to give them an axe, they could help me gather this. And now that we've got some knotroot rod, or some knotroot, we'll come back out. We need knotroot and planks. Okay, so we've got enough knotroot now for upgrading that, but we also need, for the pickaxe, for the upgraded pickaxe, we need knotroot rod, 3 of them. So 2 more knotroot rods. There we go. We'll make the planks. Alright. So we've got the planks coming. We've got enough granite, which means we need to build some more stuff now to add on to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a house for people so they can live here. Head in there. There we go. We now have our residential district done. And as you can see, we can now upgrade again. So, we'll upgrade it again. And now we've got a whole new set of builds that we can make. The reason why I'm splitting this is because I am setting these up to dedicate these squares to this resource. By dedicating those slots like that, I can make sure to get at least that amount of resources. Alright, double check this again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright. Now this is the residential district, which means that this stuff is going to be getting moved eventually. But for right now, it's not that big of a deal. Let's take a look and see what we need to do for the next level. Besides upgrading our village, we need more knotroot, 20 planks, and 15 marble. Alright. The planks we can take care of right now. So let's get the planks set up. We need 1 more knotroot rod. Which kind of sucks because it's going to take away one of my slots. But that's okay, I'll get that back easily enough. Alright. That should now give me enough to get the new pickaxe. Alright. Yeah, we'll get this separate. And we'll go back to the planks. What we're looking for in here is this stuff right here. Because we need a good amount of this. So we'll gather this up. Now if it's out of your reach like this is, you can get it pretty easily by building. The easiest build to do is the stairs. And now you can reach it easily. Okay. Now you can see we're not going to be able to get a whole lot of this marble right now. Not from one pickaxe, because our pickaxe is going down pretty fast. So if you want to, bring in either multiple resources to make more pickaxes, or bring in multiple pickaxes. My honest suggestion would be bring in the resources because they don't take up as much space as the pickaxes themselves do.
But without the crafting bench, you can't make them.
Yep, but it's not that hard to grab the materials for the crafting bench, especially the upgraded crafting materials. Because all it is the hardest thing to get a hold of is those shells, and they're not that hard to get a hold of, honestly. Before long, you'll have more than you know what to do with.
I don't know.
And we have almost a full stack of knot root and a good bunch of marble at the same time. Grab this lumber. And now, all we need to do, as you see we have everything else, is build into the village. So, next thing I'm going to build for this village is going to be a workplace. Okay, and since the last time I made this series, there has been a couple of changes in the way they did things. For example, as I said before, this trick I'm using is part of the mechanics, I believe. And they kind of confirmed that by this right here. They didn't change it. What they did, or they didn't stop it, what they did is they changed the way it behaves. So now you see, instead of just giving me all the wood, it breaks up into the tree components like it's supposed to. And I can't use the trick on the log that falls out. So they did kind of nerf it a little bit. But they didn't stop it. And yes, I am using the pickaxe to break the walls now. The thing about this is, and I'll show this right off the back too, with the pickaxes, they do better at breaking structures than axes do or anything else. But if you have, like in this case, a bunch of pickaxes you don't want to have on you, you just drop it into the fire, it burns up, and it disappears. Which actually saves on their server big time. I've been saying they needed this some way to get rid of the excess crap that you get from the skeletons and stuff. And that is how they're doing it. Otherwise, I was always using them to gather resources just to get them out of my area. This should be more than enough to do what I want to do next. Now, because there is something here I want to show as well. You notice how it's massively up there like that. There's no way villagers are getting in here. So let's go ahead and build this out first. And again, you have massive reach from in here. You know, I used to work construction when I was younger. And we've never built a house from scratch, but we did do a lot of renovations and modifications to homes. And I would love to have had this kind of reach. Especially since I've got a slight fear of heights. Being able to just plop stuff up way the heck up there without having to get up there would have been nice. What we want to do is we want to go into the stairs. Because this one has a porch, we're not going to use the stairs with the top. We're going to use just the basic stairs. Rustic stairs 1. And then we're going to, as you can see, we can, if we use the snap mode, which in this case is L2 for on the controller for on the PS5, we can now, once we put it down, it automatically snaps to the edge, line it up where we want, move over to the next section, and it does the same thing again as soon as we can get it lined up. Come on. Sometimes these can be a little bit of a pain, but overall they're generally pretty good. We just got to make sure we connect to the right spot, and as you can see, we now have almost a nice stairwell. So we'll finish that out. And there we go. Completely connects to the ground. Easy access for everybody. Just for looks, we're going to toss this on here. Dude, seriously, go away. Alright, that didn't come out quite the way I wanted, but good enough. Now, because this is a workstation, we are taking out the door and the walls. Now, we could have kept them in, especially with the new update. The villagers actually can use doors now. But I actually like the open look better. And this is going to be the new basic workstation for the odd jobs. Now that we have that, let's break this one. These take quite a bit, but the nice thing about this is, even with that, we get all the materials back. So as you can see, I did not have any shells before. I now have all those shells, which means I can come back up here, go here, and I can upgrade this bench to the new upgraded bench. That way we don't lose anything from it. Alright. I'm almost out of time to record, so didn't get nearly as much as I wanted done today. But some things did take a little bit longer than I'd expected them to take, so not too surprised at that. Okay, you can see our villagers coming along a little bit here. Now again, this was just because these were easy and quick to build. They don't require a whole lot of resources. And it's a quick way to get enough places for your people to sleep. we gone through, showed how to get a bunch of the materials that we need from the caves, where to find those, how to find the rollie. Honestly, I don't know why that cave is so devoid of rollies, but it is. So I'm going to be doing a little bit off stream on this, and off video from this. Since there's nothing else that we really need to show for the caving episode, I'm going to finishing this part out. I will not go into the desert because that's going to be the next episode. But I'm going to pretty some of the things up a little bit and get some of this built up a little ways so we can get to the point where we need to for the desert episode. Either way, I hope you guys have a great day. Be entertained. Bye-bye.